Well, hi. My name's Greg Price. Here's another edition of Sports from the Stool. We're here today with W.R. Myers football head coach Matt Williams. Hey, basically, just wanted to do a bit of you guys had your first game here against McCoy, but the season's just sort of just starting now. But I guess just an outlook for the season right now, and I guess your chance to promote the program.
Well, as far as outlook for the season goes, I'm pretty happy with the personnel that we've got back. We lost a few key players. Obviously, when it's tough in a school setting because you're always losing players, always getting new ones, it's really hard to have consistency. That's kind of the key. But with the key players we lost, we've definitely got some boys that have came in that have stepped up so far, anyways, that I've seen be able to fill those spots. And I'm pretty excited for the opportunities we have going forward. I guess it all comes down. One of the key matchups again this year will be against Winston Churchill. They're the only other tier 3 team in the league. So we're going to be playing. I think it's October the 1st, if I remember right.
Okay.
So that's going to be a key matchup again this year to see where we stand against them. But yeah, looking forward to it. Got a bunch of good players, got some young players coming in. So
how deep is the roster this year? How many kids did you have coming out?
Right now, the roster's at about 28, and we just got 4 or 5 more in. Showed up on Monday, and I think some of them were already on the roster. We were expecting them, so we're probably at about 30 right now, 30, 31, which is a good number. Where we'd like to be, I'd like to be higher, of course, but yeah. That's a manageable number. Still able to run practice pretty well and have some depth. So.
Well, I guess like you say, you had that one first game against McCoy. I guess positives and that you drew from that game and things that I guess the team needs to work on.
Positive things was number one. We are able to make adjustments defensively and offensively. In the first half, they were running some things that they continued to take advantage of. They were running this one play action reverse play that we just kept getting caught inside on our contain, and they kept exploiting that all through the half, and we made some adjustments at halftime on defensively, and the boys came out and they didn't score again in the rest of the game, so that was a real positive that I found. Also offensively, in the first half we stuttered quite a bit. We couldn't get really any momentum going. It was a difficult field position. We had a bunch of fumbles, and we just looked out of sync quite a bit. It was difficult to get any momentum going when, you're 2 and out on your own 15-yard line. It's really tough. And then you fumble the ball and give them the ball on the 10-yard line. It's so that in the second half we looked a lot smoother on offense. So we were able to move the ball and get some scores. So yeah, that was really good.
Well, I guess we've written a few articles on you in the past, but I guess viewers that are just watching this Sports from the Stool for the first time and just getting used to you taking over from Danny Bennett. I guess your philosophies as a coach, your coaching style. If you could explain that to viewers.
I'm kind of I've got some expectations this year that I've laid out for the boys, like with the code of conduct. I'd like to think I wouldn't say I'm a hard-edged coach, but I expect things from them, and if the boys aren't living up to expectations, then that's going to reflect in playing time, etc. But as far as the game itself, I like a wide open game. I like to be able to offensively exploit things that the defensive team gives you, because a lot of times in high school, our defensive teams just can play a basic set. They don't, you can throw a bunch of things at them, and if you're lucky, a lot of times they don't adjust, and that can tell you a lot of different ways to take advantage of teams. So.
Well, I guess a chance to promote the program. I guess first home game again is.
First home game is September 24th. Well, we already had a first home game. Our next home game.
Sorry. Yeah.
The next home game is September 24th against Pincher Creek, Friday night. I believe it's a 7:00 start.
Okay.
So yeah, lots. All the support we can have would be great. A big crowd always makes it easier to play well when you got lots of people on your side. But next week we do play in Lethbridge, which really isn't that far down the road. Yeah. So next Friday night we're playing against Catholic Central at 5 o'clock at the U of L field.
At the U of L field. Okay. Well, I guess switching gears now. I guess if you're a football, football fan yourself. I guess you said you're a little bit more CFL than NFL. But
Yeah.
what's your favorite CFL team?
Stamps.
Stamps.
Yeah, I grew up watching the Stamps, Doug Flutie, Alondra Johnson, all those early '90s, mid '90s players, and yeah, lived in Edmonton for 5 years, going to university, so it was a bit of a challenge. But playing for the U of A, wearing the green and gold, that was a bit of an adjustment too. But yeah, no, Stamps have always been my team.
And I guess your impressions of the team so far this year?
I'm ecstatic. They're having have a great start to the year. Whenever teams get on a bit of a streak, like they're on a winning streak, 7-1, you always kind of wonder, okay, when's the next loss? When are they going to lose? Or when are they going to turn? When's it going to turn south for a couple of weeks? And from what I've been hearing, listening to radio, whatnot, of the team, they seem to be executing pretty well, have their heads on pretty straight. I think they've got a great leader in Burris in the backfield, and one of the top guys in the league, so lots of weapons.
So if they're able to make it all the way to the Grey Cup, would you see yourself trying to get yourself a ticket there?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, it'd be great to win a Grey Cup for the Stamps in Commonwealth Stadium. That would be fantastic.
I guess a little bit more of another dagger in the heart of Edmonton fans and the team itself.
Yeah. No, I many times go to while I was living in Edmonton, go to the Labor Day follow-up game, the Friday night game in Edmonton with my colors on, and enjoyed quite a few Stamps wins there throughout the time I lived in Edmonton, so it was a lot of fun.
Well, I guess, backtracking back to the Rebels team itself, I guess just to highlight to readers, we do have a new feature on the bottom of our front of our sports section called Lineman of the Week that we highlight, again, with all the game schedules for the week. But I guess, the concept, we sort of decided that, on a board level. I guess for you, how important, is the line, and doing an initiative like this?
Well, having a good team, it's essential to have a line. Like I play in university, all through school, I played the line. That's why I played linebacker for 2 games. Other than that, I was a lineman. Really the unsung heroes all the time. You talk to anybody that knows football very well, they're going to talk about the key is having a good, solid line, offensively and defensively. It doesn't matter how good your quarterback, your running back, your receivers are. If you don't have a good line, your quarterback's not going to have time to throw the ball. There's going to be nowhere to run for the running back if you can't open some holes. So it's absolutely essential. Although they're the big guys that don't get the fanfare, don't get the name in the paper because they didn't score the touchdown or make the pick. Yeah. If they have a big game and get a few sacks on defense, then that gives them some popularity there. But really unsung heroes. So I think it's a great initiative.
Perfect. Well, I guess thanks for coming down and talk about the upcoming season. Like I say, you football fans out there, come check out the team this year, and thanks again, Matt.
No problem.
Perfect. This is Greg Price signing off from Sports from the Stool.